Yeah, I'm in. Hey, welcome to the Newmarket 150 Historical Scavenger Hunt. Live on Main Street, we're coming to you from Hungry Brew Hops. We've already got our teams out on the road. We have today's competitors are Mayor Tony Van Biden and his team, Councillor John Taylor, MP Chris Ballard, Councillor Bob Quapis, and Team Kyle Peterson is just heading out the door. I think they're going to hook up with Jackie Player to get a little bit of local history on the street so they can beef up some points there. First of all, I would like to thank the Ontario government for the Ontario 150 grant that they provided that enabled us to start the scavenger hunt, which is actually starting now and going through to the end of the year. Lots of great businesses providing lots of prizes for us. Just one second, I've just got to mute somebody for a sec. Okay, providing lots of great prizes. We're going to be giving away prizes from now until the end of the year. We have a special guest with us right now that I'm just going to move into the hot seat. We have Rob Wilson from Newmarket Parks and Recreation. We've got a great program going on this summer, which is the Newmarket 150, 150 Days of Summer. And Rob's going to tell you all about it. And by the way, you can see I've got my button here that I'm already ready to go and get in a bunch of special events all over town. So, Rob, take it away.
Thanks, David. So, as Dave mentioned there, not only are the Canada 150 buttons there a great way to look stylish, but it's also a great way to get some value around town. So we're going to be activating each of our events around town, including the Canada Festival on July 1st, Moonlight Movies, Music in the Park, Busker Fest. We got Newmarket on there, and a whole bunch of great community partners, including where we are today at Hungry Brew Hops. So you can get yourself one of these nifty buttons for only $10, and you can get well over $50 in value if you choose to participate in any of the amazing activities around town. For all the details, check out newmarket.ca /150 button for all the details where you can pick them up. And if you already have one, don't forget to go back to that website, because as we get more and more excitement around the button campaign, more and more community partners are coming on board. So if you have a button, check back. If you want some more details, check it out, newmarket.ca /150 button. Thanks, Dave.
Very good. A little bit of dead air there in between. Thank you, Rob. So, and the hashtag is Newmarket 150, which actually, if you use the hashtag Newmarket 150, you may also find the scavenger hunt that I say is going on from now until the end of the year. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop you. We have Richard McLeod, who is the history hound. We actually have Richard out on the street there with our team. So we'll go to Richard on location now to see what's going on out there. Okay, just while we're notifying Richard and waiting for him to come up. Hey, Richard, can you hear me?
Yeah, we're doing really good here.
Okay, so you're live now, Richard. And Richard, just to get a full screen there, it's probably best if you hold your phone sideways rather than up and down if you could. You'll get a better picture.
Okay, sorry.
What year was it founded?
Oh, hell.
Let's go for one.
So our group is going up to Roadhouse and Rose. What a great day for a stroll on Main Street. Weather's cleared up. People are enthusiastic about learning history. Yeah, it is a fun game.
Try that.
They used to be down on the other side of.
Neat.
Oh, teamwork! Unbelievable. We have somebody in the group who can read. This is incredible.
Looseby Memorial.
Don't even have to walk down there. What do you want to know?
What is the royal word here? Looseby Memorial Company Limited.
What is the wrong word?
What is the royal word? Let's just try Looseby.
Because that's my family's business. That's why.
So I can see what's going on here. There's a little bit of deliberation going on out there. Is there, Richard?
It used to be called G.W. Looseby and Son.
So Team Ballard has pulled in a ringer here. They've got Richard McLeod, also known as the History Hound. So it sounds like he's coaching him a little bit there on the answers to some of these questions.
What's that?
What is the
I just
royal
you're announcing that I'm helping.
What we're going to do now is we're going to zip over to our leaderboard, and we're going to see how everybody's doing here. Okay, so now what everybody should be looking at is we're looking at GT up at the top. So John Taylor actually has 170 points. MPP Chris Ballard following close behind with 160. The North Newmarket Lions, who are co-sponsors in this endeavor, are at 130 points. Bob Pappas is at 90. Actually, Tom Bay wasn't here today. I'm not sure. I know that Mayor Van Bynen is out there. We may not be updating his correct score, or he's just waiting to load up all of his questions at the very end. So I'm going to go.
What do you do for a living? So you type in, he's a minister. So you type in minister. It says no. You type in church. It says yes.
Okay, so right now we have. We have Caitlin Wag up at the Sharon Temple that we're going to be bringing in a little bit later as well. Even though the Sharon.
Yeah, we're going all the way down to Looseby Memorial. Yeah, when did they serve the beer?
Okay, Looseby Memorial. You should know a little bit about that place,
so
Richard.
I want to make that point. A servant of the people.
So as you can see here, we're not as professional as we would like to be in this broadcast. So we're sort of running all over each other. But as I say, this is what live TV is all about. So what we have now is we've got Caitlin Wag, who's going to come on from the Sharon Temple, even though Sharon Temple isn't in Newmarket. Really, Newmarket history is certainly has a lot to do with the Sharon Temple and the Quakers and other people up there in East Willenbury. So we're going to bring Caitlin on, and she's going to talk about the clues that we have hidden up at the Sharon Temple, and she's going to tell us a little bit about what's going on at the Sharon Temple. So we're just going to take Richard off for a minute, and we're going to go to broadcast here with Caitlin. Caitlin, are you there?
Hi, here.
Yeah, Caitlin is live. So here's Caitlin Wag from the Sharon Temple. So Caitlin, we're just telling everybody that the Newmarket's history wouldn't be complete without the Sharon Temple. I mean, it was the Quakers, along with William Lyon Mackenzie, that marched down Yonge Street in 1837 to start the rebellion. And if it wasn't for a few pubs along the way there, and they might have been successful. And as a matter of fact, right now we're broadcasting from a pub here, the Hungry Brew House. So Caitlin, I can see, is just wandering out, and she's going to find some of the clues on the property. So Caitlin, I'm going to pass it over to you.
Absolutely. So welcome, everyone. Sorry you're looking at me, but I'm just walking towards the first clue here. And this site is one of the, we call it the birthplace of democracy, actually, because Robert and Louis Hippolyte Lafontaine both elected here. Now, so the one clue on our property is that you have to find the stone that says 1819. So I'm just going to turn this way. So that's the stone there. And it's located at the back of our site at our restored Stone. Now, the second clue is that you have to find a sundial and figure out what's written on it. So that's also near the Stonehouse Herb Garden. And that is much of the clue as I'll give that. And since I have here, this is the Stonehouse. And a great day to come out and visit us is July 23rd. It's our food truck event, complete with the Elway, which will be a big concert and food event, which is a great way to spend this Sunday. Am I missing anything, Dave?
Oh,
Yep. Sorry to leave you hanging like that, Caitlin. There, we're just having a conversation with Teen Peterson there, who's just tearing it up out there in the street. So I'm just going to show something here. I know that you guys have something going on, and so I'm just going to remove myself. Just hold for a sec. I'm going to pull this up. And maybe you can tell us a little bit about this. I'm just going to pull a poster up there, and I'm just going to remove myself for a little bit. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about this event.
Sure. So as I was saying, this event is called Sharing Nights. It's on July 23rd this year, which Sunday afternoon. So lovely way to spend it when you're coming back from the cottages. And it's a combo event of music and food trucks. So it's a great way to spend the day. We have 4.5 acres here, as I'm going to show you. And it's a lovely way to bring up the family and enjoy the day. And maybe if you don't want to bring your family, it's also a licensed event. It's a great way to come out and enjoy great food and drink and enjoy a local band, as the Elwins are from Keswick, I believe.
Okay. All right. Well, that's great. Kaden, thank you very much. I know that you're really busy up there, and there's lots going on. I attended the Heritage Celebration a few weeks ago, which was just fantastic. So I just keep on telling everybody that's one of the best kept secrets in our area. So get up there and see Caitlin and see everybody up there and visit the Sharon Temple. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Caitlin. Bye. Okay, so we're just going to go back and we're going to take a look at the leaderboard. What we have just determined is we have, we have a BlackBerry phone here in the competition, and what we're doing is we're having some difficulty showing a score for the Peterson team, even though we know they're doing fantastic. They're just in there telling me all this stuff. So I'm just going to share the. Tell you what, let's just pop out to, it looks like there's some stuff going on in the street with Richard McLeod. Let's go out and see Richard.
What did the owner succumb to?
Heart attack.
And there's Richard still with Team Ballard.
Try again.
So there's our roving reporter, Richard McLeod, the history hound, is out in the street with MVP Chris Ballard.
Isn't that what they call it? Nope.
I think we need to have a panel that listens to people who disagree with. My name's Flat. Oh, yes. Most people know history now. I see you all the time. Have some time to discuss with you another time. Okay. Not a problem. I'm telling you, these sidewalks aren't wide enough. Typhus.
Typhoid? Try typhoid fever.
I think it's a heart attack. That's interesting.
Died during a typhoid epidemic. One of the super died of typhoid.
Which is called typhus.
Okay, so right now we're going to take everybody to the leaderboard. We're going to so everybody now should be looking at the leaderboard. We have John Taylor up there with 290 points. We have the North Newmarket Lions at 230. MPP Chris Ballard at 200 points. Bob Quapis, Councilor Bob Quapis from Ward 5. This is his ward. You think he might be doing a little bit better than that, but I see that some of the other teams have a little bit of help. Now, Kyle Pearson, they had some technical difficulties with their BlackBerry. So they've actually got more points in that. They've actually solved more clues. So we should see them racing up the board. And actually, Tom Bay isn't here. And actually, Mayor Van Bynen is here. And it appears that he may be having the same technical difficulties that the Pearson team had as well. But that's what you get. That's what you get when you're live on TV. So I'm just going to stop sharing the leaderboard here, and let's go back and look at some more of the historical pictures that you're going to see in the Newmarket 150 historical scavenger hunt. Okay, so I'm just going to go back and look for a few more pictures. So here is, just while I'm doing that, let me pull up Richard again and see what he's up to. Hey, Richard, are you out there? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, Richard, I'm just going to turn the show over to you for a little bit. So if you just want to tell us what's going on out there, and I'm going to load up a few pictures, okay?
Sounds good. So I'm out here. I've got all the celebrities passing me by. Actually, some of them are actually moving quite quickly. What a great day. So the hard one right now that people are having problems with is what did Charles Simpson die of? You know, we found the building, but they're very unhappy that it's not on the plaque. So I hope everybody else is doing well. I saw Mr. Taylor going up the hill. I guess he's busy checking out Lusby Memorial. The mayor's right across from me. Looks like he's checking out Stuyver Vale.
Well, right now I can tell you, Richard, everybody's chasing regional councillor John Taylor. He's leading the pack there, so you better.
I saw him. He was really moving.
Yeah, he's moving. I think he was out practicing. I'm pretty sure. So,
I think he might be a little bit competitive too.
And actually, if you see Mayor Van Bynen out there, I think he's got a problem with the points there. I know he's been getting lots of questions, but we're just not recording it on the leaderboard, so we'll have to manually do that when we get back. But let everybody know that John is slowly pulling away from the pack, so everybody better speed it up because we only have another 10 minutes on the clock until we end.
So we have 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so here's something that's really Okay, here's something that's really cool. Quite often we put this picture up on social media. This is the old Alexander Muir Public School that certainly a lot of residents in Newmarket over the years have attended. And we always get a whole bunch of comments, people talking about who their teacher was and the different their different experiences at the school. So that's one of the pictures that you're going to find in the historical scavenger hunt. And just to explain to the people that are watching just how just how this works is you go to nmkt.ca, you click on play now, and I'm just going to type in the nmkt 150.ca. Okay, so you just go to that particular website, you go in and you click on, you click on play now, then you're going to go in and register. And what we've got over 100 clues that are hidden all over Newmarket. So you're going to see a map and you're going to be able to go to a neighborhood and click on things near you in a neighborhood. You're on Main Street, you're going to see 30 or 40 clues. If you're up around Davis Drive and Main Street, you're going to see the cemetery up there. You're going to see some businesses over on Yonge Street. We've got some the Pioneer Cemetery on Eagle Street. You can go in there. There's just some great clues on cemeteries. A lot of really neat history where the picture shows you that you need to go in and we need to find Mark. And the so you just go to the the Pioneer Village, and you're going to be able to see. Yeah, and you're going to be able to see clues. We got people waving at me all over the place here. So you're going to be able to go in there. You're going to be able to find the tombstone from the picture, and then you're going to have to answer a question from it. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be drawing. Some prizes today. So there's already over 200 people that are out there playing the game. So we're going to be drawing some prizes today. We're also going to be drawing some more prizes on July 1st. So it's important that you get out there, start finding some clues. What you're going to do is when you click on and you see the clues, when you see the pictures, you're going to see a bunch that have a red border around them. Those red borders around them, you can answer from anywhere. So you can actually do them at home. So you can actually. So Jackie Plater and Mary Van Banen just heading out of the Hungry Brew Hops, out to go back out on the street. So what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to actually answer some questions from home and get some points so that you can be entered to win all these great prizes. What we've got things like behind me here, you see from the Market Brewery here, so Market Brewing Company. So they're a new brewery in town, so they put together a nice prize basket for us. We've got our Good Vibes on Main, of course, our Life is Good store on Main Street. They've got Newmarket T-shirts for you. Actually, the town of Newmarket has given us a bunch of the Newmarket 150 days of summer buttons that cost $10. That gives you $50 worth of savings. Mark Cole actually has a game called Canada 150. So we're giving away a bunch of those as well. So lots of prizes, but you get out and sign up at nmkt150.ca now and go out and start finding some of these great prizes. So I'm just going to go back and see what it looks like. We've lost our roving reporters. They must have gone out of range or gone somewhere, but I don't see them on there. So I'm just going to pull up a few more pictures for you. Let's go back and take a look at the leaderboard. So the leaderboard has John Taylor at 310, North Newmarket Lions at 230 points. Kyle Peterson coming out of nowhere. They're up now to 220 points and tied with our MPP, Chris Ballard. And Bob Quapis is 180 points. And as I said, I know that Mayor Van Bynen has a bunch of points, so he may be the dark horse that comes in, and we actually calculate his points. I'm sure he'll vault up the leaderboard. Okay, let's go out and look at. Okay, here's an interesting picture here that we're just going to share into the broadcast here. This is actually the Strand Theater. Okay, so the Strand Theater was located on Main Street, and actually Canada Tea is there now. So one of the questions in the game could be that you look at the Strand Theater and you need to come to Main Street and you need to see what the architecture looks like. And if you come to Main Street, you're going to be able to see that it's actually Canada Tea that's down by the Cachet restaurant. But that's where they're located. I have something else here I want to share as well. Laurie Osborne. We've got a lot of great people in Newmarket that do a lot of nice work. I want to give a little shout out to Judy Brunton. Judy is going to be in the Ride Don't Hide, the ride for mental health that happens on Saturday, I believe it is. It's this weekend. Judy has already raised over $20,000 for Canadian mental health, so I think we should give her a big round of applause for doing such a great job. Someone else in town that does a really nice job as well for the Terry Fox Run year in, year out is Laurie Osborne. So I'd just like to share a picture from there if I could. There it is there. Yeah, so I'm just going to pull that one out. Okay, so this is just a picture of Laurie at the Newmarket Town Hall with obviously all the politicians. So and I'm just going to read a little bit of something here that Laurie wanted me to say just while we're on here. Just bear with me for a sec. So here's a little bit of background of the Terry Fox Run, which I'm sure most of you know. In 1980, Terry Fox set out to run across Canada to raise awareness and funds for cancer research. He called his run the Marathon of Hope. When Terry was 18 years old, he was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, bone cancer, and had his leg amputated. While he was in hospital, he said, "Somewhere the hurting must stop, and I was determined to take myself to the limit for this cause." To date, the Terry Fox Foundation has raised over $700 million, and certainly Laurie and the good people of Newmarket are certainly have something to do with that. The Terry Fox Run is 100% volunteer driven, like Laurie, and 84 cents of every dollar goes towards cancer research. Terry Fox was a true Canadian hero and will be celebrating 37 years of his Marathon of Hope on Sunday, September 17th. Please visit www.terryfoxrun.org for more information on how you can get involved or donate. So again, just lots of great people in Newmarket doing lots of great work, and shout out to the businesses certainly that are supporting the Newmarket 150 historical scavenger hunt. I'd mentioned Good Vibes. I'd mentioned the Market Brewing Company. Obviously, we're here at Hungry Brew Hops, who are hosting the event today, and thank you very much to Boris and his team. We have the New Roots. We have the New Roots Garden Center, who have actually donated a $50 gift certificate. I'm just trying to find. So here is a picture of one of the owners, Josh. Oops, Daisy, we got too much up there, too much on the screen. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so there's New Roots Garden Center that's located on Yonge Street, just north of Eagle Street, besides the Pickle Barrel. Full service garden center if you're looking for lots of good advice. So again, there's another great company that's in there supporting and certainly in there pulling for us. If you're a business out there and you're watching this broadcast today, certainly contact us through nmkt150.ca if you'd like to participate in any way. So the time is 3:45 now, so we're drawing to a close. We should see our teams coming back in here pretty soon. Just gonna pull that down. Okay, and there's actually Muriel Lee has just come on and said to check out our Terry Fox page, Terry Fox Run. So I've just thrown that up on screen. Thank you, Muriel, for that. If anyone else wants to comment out there, please leave a comment. We'll post it up on the screen. As a matter of fact, if anybody has a dog out there and wants to come on and post and say, I want that for my dog, we'll draw for somebody for this beautiful dog seat cover that has my dog Ruby on it, our dog Ruby on it. And we'd be glad to give that away. So that's for the back seat of your car to protect them when they get all messy and all the rest of that. So by all means, come on and post, and we'll draw for one of those. Muriel, is there anything else that you'd like to tell anybody about the Terry Fox Run? Let's see what comes back there. I'm just going to go back. I'm going to pull up some old pictures here. Here's one that I like. This is actually from, and I want to thank Jason Whiten for this one. Okay, I want to thank Jason Whiten for this picture here. So as you can see, he's taken one of the old pictures from the Historical Society. This is also a picture that's probably in the later collection as well. So I think it's about 1940, looking north on Yonge Street. And what Jason has done is Jason's now taken what, today's Newmarket on the left, and of course what it used to be on the 1940s. So I think if you go in and do a search for Jason Whiten photography on Facebook or on Google, you can go in and see him. Jason's got a lot of fantastic photographs of Newmarket that you can get from him. Okay, so now Veronica is someone that's been engaging with us quite a bit there. So she says she's having a super great time playing, and my dog could use a safe cover. All right, you're in the draw. Well done, Veronica. And now Veronica had indicated previously that she was struggling with her few clues there. So we're actually trying to bring on Maeve Lee. Maeve O'Neill. We were trying to bring her on earlier, and we're just having some difficulties and just got caught up with the show itself. But Maeve has actually been out all over Newmarket looking for clues. She's been up to the Sharon Temple. She's been hoofing it through our cemeteries and all the rest of that. So she's become a bit of an expert. So, Veronica, what we'll do is we'll hook you up with Maeve, and she can certainly give you some tips there. Okay, and here is Muriel Lee again, just telling us a little bit about the Terry Fox Run and what's going on there. Okay, let's see what else we've got in the way of pictures here while we're waiting for our team. So obviously what's happened is we've gone by the 3:45 time because everyone is obviously having a good time, and that's certainly what we want you guys to do. We want you to go out there, have a good time, participate, enjoy it, learn about the history of Newmarket. It was kind of nice. We're at the North Newmarket Lions Artisans Fair on the weekend, and a couple of nice stories. We had a woman, come up to us and said, this is great. We've got our 8, 10, and 12-year-old grandchildren coming to stay with us, and I was looking for something to do. So now they can handle the phone. She can be driving around. They can go all over Newmarket, learn about Newmarket, have fun doing the scavenger hunt. So this is like a Pokemon Go. So if you mention that to your kids, they'll know exactly what you're talking about, except they're learning a little bit while they're there, and it's lots of fun. And as I say, we've got prizes. So that was the one story. Another story was there was a woman that said that she lived here for 2 years, and she's not from this country, and she said that she was looking on YouTube trying to find some history of Newmarket so she could learn more about Newmarket. So she thought this is great. So she signed up, and she immediately started playing down at Fairy Lake and finding clues. So there's lots of good stories. So this is something for the young, for the old, for anybody that wants to play. But what we encourage everyone to do is to go out there, and even if you're not going to play, share it with your friends, share it with your families, let them know. Let's get 10,000 people on here. Let's put, Newmarket was chosen about 5 years ago as the top E-Town in Canada. I don't know where we rank right now, but certainly getting 10,000 people to play this game in Newmarket should certainly put us back on top again. Let's see what else we got. Okay, here's something else from Muriel about the Cherry Fox Run. Okay, so there it is. Our challenge for every resident in Newmarket this year is to donate $1.50 to celebrate 150 years. And again, you know, Cherry Fox, certainly one of the great Canadians. Whenever that question is asked, certainly Cherry Fox name comes up, and certainly the giving and the effort that he put in, to try and cure this terrible disease. It's obviously affecting, based on the news over the last couple of days, it's just affecting more and more and more of us. So let's get out and support, Muriel and Lori and the Terry Fox Run. And as I say, get out to, and what I'll do is I'll leave on the post here, Muriel, is we'll put on there the website, the terryfoxrun.org website for people to go to. So let's go and look at a few more pictures while I'm just going to take the strand back off. Okay. So as you can see, I'm sitting here at the Hungry Brew Hops. We've got the kegs on the wall, right behind us. Certainly, if you want to come down and you want to see the winner, hop in your car, get down here. The time is 3:52 now, so we're going to be, the team should be coming in here pretty soon. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share my desktop. So share, and we're going to go to the leaderboard. So I'm not sure what happened. Everybody headed up the street. So right now we have John Taylor with 310 points, North Newmarket Lions with 230, Kyle Peterson with 220. Tied again with, there might be a little bit of collusion going on between our provincial politician and our federal politicians, both locked at 220 points each. And Bob Quapis is coming up quickly with 180 points. And as I said, we know that TBV, which is our mayor Tony Van Bynen, he's having some technical difficulties, and we'll update his score when he comes in. So right now I'm just going to send one of our roving reporters out on the street just to see where everybody is. Okay, roving reporter, aka also known as Debbie, is going to head out there and she's going to see if we can see where everybody's gotten to. I think they're just totally immersed here and headed up the street, or they've just abandoned me. I'm not sure which. And if this has turned into a filibuster where I'll just have to keep talking until they all come back. And right now what we have is Mark from Snap Newmarket has just arrived to cover the event. Mark, do you want to say something to the people of Newmarket about the great newspaper Snap and just the great work you guys are doing here?
I don't think I need to say a whole lot.
Okay, well, why don't you just jump in there, and I'll let you take over. I just see Bob is coming back in here. But
hey, everybody, we're just here to snap a few photos of the scavenger hunt and obviously celebrate Canada 150 with the crew down here at Hungry Brew Hops. Don set me up with a nice pin here, and we hope everyone had a great day out there.
That's right.
Hey, Bob.
Thanks for coming down. There's your.
Well, thank you. Did everybody come in and left already? Or
No. So the first one back in. So actually, Councillor Bob Kopp is here from Ward 5.
That's right.
Is really the only one that's playing by the rules. So he actually stopped at 3:45. Everyone else is still out trying to get
politicians and they all cheat. Is that what you're telling me?
Is trying to get points. Bob, would you like to get behind the screen here and just say something to the people of Newmarket or whoever is on there? So there we go. We're just going to. There we go. There, just pop on.
Okay. Well, I just have to say that I just spent about an hour out there walking the street, and I couldn't be happier. We have had great weather, no rain so far, but most of all, we were able to talk to the merchants. We were able to get to know the history a little bit better from angles that we not necessarily have on an everyday basis. So I just want to say this is a fantastic game for everyone, for the families, for the youngsters, for parents and grandparents to come on out to the downtown of Main Street and get to know your history, get to know your merchants, and find out all the treasures through this wonderful game that we have going on today. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Okay, so now we're saying, so as you've seen, you know, we sent everybody out of here. We were going to start at 3:15. We started about 3:07. Everybody headed out the door. And I'm looking out the window here of the Hungry Brew Hops, and I see the people still out on the street with their phones out. I see Team Ballard wandering up the street here. So if we can keep, these are all busy people, and if we can keep them occupied for 45 minutes when we thought it might have been difficult to keep them occupied for 15 minutes, they're obviously having some fun out there. Bob, were you having fun? Did you have fun out there?
I am having a blast.
See, there you go. There you go.
Great way, entertaining way
Okay.
this is such a entertaining way to learn about history, to learn about our town and learn about the downtown. And we have such rich history for us to have fun at learning. That's a huge achievement. So thank you for doing this.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for playing. So what we're going to do now, I'm just going to pop back up on the screen there now. We're just going to take Muriel down there for a sec. Now, so far, we've only got one person that's come on for that dog seat cover. So I think that right now, Veronica, your dog. Now, what's your dog's name, Veronica? If you're still there, why don't you pop your pup's name up on the screen there? Because what we might even do is we might even put your dog's name on that dog seat cover. We'll talk to Janice from Wagswear and see if she would oblige us for that. Okay, so here now, so we have, here, I just want to introduce you to Mark Cole. Mark, why don't you just pop into the screen here?
Close. Okay.
There you go, there you go.
Hello.
Yeah, so that's Mark. So this is actually Mark's creation. So the Newmarket 150 historical scavenger hunt. This is the guy that did it. This is the guy that put it together, and we have over 100 clues in there now, and we're adding new ones all the time, right?
All the time. We want to get 150 within a couple of weeks. Been talking to the Historical Society, and
Yep.
we want to get some more old pictures in and then relate them to new buildings. So it's a fun way of discovering the history in Newmarket, and also give you a chance to engage with the merchants around here.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then, so while you're, even if you're an avid player and you're out there and you've already gone through all 100 clues, as I know some people have gone through almost all of them, what we're going to be doing is we're always going to be adding new clues. There's always going to be something new to find. And even though, Bob Quampus, Ward 5, certainly the center of Ward 5 is Main Street, even though it goes right over to Yonge Street, we've got clues hidden all over Newmarket. So
We've got them in cemeteries. We've got it. Did you know there was an old military camp here, an army camp here? We've got them there. There's an old structure that was part of the radial railway from the 1900s. That was the day that we actually had decent transportation in York Region, all the way from Toronto up to Lake Simcoe by rail. Yeah.
And so here's a little historical tidbit, and these are the kind of things that we're going to embed in the game as well. Is not many people know what the connection is between the town of Newmarket and the Toronto Santa Claus Parade. And the connection is Kane Woodworking that used to be up on. Am I spilling the beans on anything here, or should I be doing this? Or
No.
Okay, all right.
That clue's not in there.
All right. So it's not in there yet. So we'll delete this video. It is self-destruct. Hopefully, as soon as we're done. So Kane Woodworking up on Davis Drive, they built the first sleigh, the first Santa Claus sleigh, and it was actually put on a train, and they'd stopped at every town going south. So it stopped in Newmarket, it stopped in Richmond Hill, it stopped at every town going south until it arrived at at the Toronto Santa Claus Parade. So that was the first sleigh was actually built here in Newmarket. And just stories like, and again, it goes back further than 150 years, but Canada wouldn't be what it is today. And I know Chris Ballard likes to tell this story all the time. Is back in 1837. I mean, the heart of the rebellion of 1837 was here in Newmarket, and it involved the Quakers, and it involved William Lyon Mackenzie, and as I said earlier, they all marched south. And I don't know if this is just part of Chris just embellishing the story or not, but he said that part of the problem with the rebellion is they stopped at a pub on the way down there. So again, it's very apropos that here we are doing this historical broadcast talking about William Lyon Mackenzie, and we're actually here in a pub. So now I'm just seeing everybody is arriving out front. So actually what we're going to do is we're already at 4:01. So we said we were going to do this till 4 o'clock. So really what we'd like to do is sign off here and thank everybody for participating. We've got, yeah, I'm sure we probably do. Now, Chris, just while we're here, did you want to sign off here? Did you want to say anything to the people of Newmarket here? Did you? He's worried about. See, these are the kind of problems. So this is probably something. So this is coming from Team Ballard. Is one thing you want to do is you want to make sure if you're going to go and play for an extended period of time that your phone is fully charged. So I think the excuse coming from Team Ballard right now is that we would have won, but our phone ran out of batteries or their dog ate their homework. I'm not sure what it was, but it was something. Dog ate the batteries, which probably wasn't very good for the dog. And I'm sure we're gonna. So right now we actually have. Okay, but and as I said earlier, I think there might be a little bit of collusion here because I see that our Team Peterson and Team Ballard are locked at 220 points each. So I'm thinking yeah, they're going out again. And actually Regional Councillor Taylor actually just came back and yes.
So Dave.
Yes.
The reality is that the timer stopped at 30 minutes, right? We did it for 30 minutes. So the score that's locked there is the official score at 30 minutes. But if we restart the timer, we can actually see what the real score is right now because we know that the mayor is still out there running around. John Taylor's still running around.
Well, and as I say, right now, Mayor Van Bynen has an issue with.
And then we'll start it again, and we'll find out what the real score is. So the real score is Kyle Peterson, 785. Chris, you got 755.
John Taylor, 590. Bob Quappis. Now, Bob was the only one who actually came in at about the right time. So, but Team Peterson, Team Peterson and Ballard tied at 200 voting points. Well, no, 220 at the end of 30 minutes. But right now, after all that's done, still continuing after the 30 minutes, 785 points for Team Peterson, 755 for Team Ballard. Though we did have a battery issue, we understand. We did have a battery issue. Now, I know Team Peterson was using a BlackBerry, a made in Canada BlackBerry. So I don't know if that had. What? Well, it's actually we've just refreshed it. Oh, is that right? Okay. All right. So right now, the final is Team Peterson 785, Team Ballard 755, John Taylor 590, Bob Quappis 350. The North Newmarket Lions, who had to leave early, were at 230. And actually, we know. I mean, Mayor Van Bynen could sneak in here and beat everybody because. Well, no, he's still out there, but he's not calculating the score. Okay, guys, we have some pizza over here. We have grab a beer. It's on us. So, yeah. So that's one of the. Did you buy that or did you? Perfect. So I know if there's anybody watching here and they just heard free beer, I'm sure Hungry Brew Hops is going to be is going to be swamped here in a few minutes. Anyways, we're just having some fun here. All of our weary warriors are back, and at this point, we just want to sign off. We want to thank those of you who certainly took the took the time to come in and watch. We certainly appreciate it. This is going to be recorded. Mr. Taylor, did you want to say something on closing there, or just
hello? Had a lot of fun today, and I learned a lot. It was very competitive out there, but it's really an entertaining app, and I encourage people to go out and engage in this fun contest and learn a little bit of the history of Newmarket and the history of downtown Newmarket, and talk to a lot of store owners and merchants as you do it, and go inside and discover stores and restaurants and shops you've never known about. So it's a great day, a lot of fun.
Okay, and those words there, we could wait for Mayor Van Bynen, but I think he's gone off in an expedition. He definitely wants to win this. We either wait for dark or until it starts raining. I think Mayor Van Bynen may be lost. So with that, we would like to close off and thank everybody for coming. And as I say, I'm just going to put it back up on the screen here. Go to NMKT. So we'll. Today's www.nmkt150.ca. So go on there, click on play now, register, start playing, win some prizes. So we're going to be doing a draw a little bit later on. We won't do it live right now because we got some celebrating to do. Just a successful day with everybody here. Certainly we appreciate Councillor Taylor, Mayor Van Bynen, Councillor Bob Krompus, Team Ballard, Team Peterson, Jackie Plater, and Richard McLeod, the History Hound, for coming down and helping us out today. So thanks, and we're ending the broadcast. So this is the Newmarket 150 Historical Scavenger Hunt on Facebook Live. Just signing off.